My name is Matt Duhon. I'm on the marketing team at a Fortune 500 mortgage company, financial services company. Our parent company does insurance, mortgage, all that stuff. More specifically, I help produce a VA educational product where we teach military all around the world. Before eWebinar, we were trying to take off-the-shelf live webinar products and make their automated solutions actually work. There's a lot of great live webinar platforms out there, but all of their automated solutions they feel like afterthoughts. So they don't really work the way they should. Again, it's an afterthought. It's not a purpose-built product like eWebinar is. And that's one of the things that I loved about it. At our company, we use eWebinar as a lead generation tool. So we teach a VA mortgage class. We have a dozen or so eWebinars specifically set up for loan officers where we drive traffic from social. We drive traffic directly to a loan officer so that loan officer can build rapport while we automate the educational aspect of our class and effectively use it for lead generation. We do a lot of internal training, a lot of basic educational stuff. We teach consumers about mortgages, first-time home buyer classes, VA mortgage education. I can have new hires come on and walk them through the onboarding process, for instance. Before eWebinar, that was done with a single email and a bunch of links. So we've sort of jazzed that up a little bit using eWebinar. The reception there has been fantastic. The biggest benefit that I've seen from using eWebinar is scalability. Prior to using eWebinar, we were doing 200 classes a year live. We were just constantly teaching the same exact class live. Now, I know that sounds dumb, but I think a lot of people are doing the same thing because the existing automated solutions don't really fit the bill. They're faking the funk a little bit versus, like I said earlier, versus being purpose-built. eWebinar allows us to scale, and that's the most important thing for me. The product, the fit and finish of the product, the design of the website, all that stuff is fantastic, but I think it's second to the functionality and the user experience. I know the first time that I used eWebinar, I was blown away because I did know what was out there. I knew what the other platforms offered. And when I went to go use it the first time, all of a sudden, I'm connected to someone, a live person on the other end of this webinar product, and they're answering my questions. I couldn't believe it. The most unexpected benefit that I've seen using eWebinar was I was able to use it as a sales tool. That was surprising. That one surprised me a lot. I'm sitting in a meeting. We were trying to close a joint partnership with a 1,000-agent real estate firm, and we're at lunch. And this particular broker owner was going through the list of things that she wanted. As she's talking, I thought, okay, eWebinar is perfect for this. So I pulled my laptop up while we're talking. I log into my eWebinar, register, and one of my loan officers in California was running a class at that time. And so I just quickly asked him a question. I said, hey, I'm in a meeting right now. We're going to ask you some questions. And he fired back and he said, yeah, let's go. And so in that moment, I turned my laptop around and I hand it to this broker owner. And she looks at it and says, what is this? And I said, you're in a VA class right now. Ask this guy anything. And she does. She asks him a stump the chump question. He nailed it because he's an expert. And 2 seconds later, she's talking to him. They're just chatting at this point. And she politely thanks him, closes the computer, turns and looks at me and says, I'm done. Yeah, I have to have this. I have to have what you guys are doing. This is amazing. And we sealed the deal at the table. So I never expected to be able to use eWebinar as a sales tool like that. eWebinar does what it does better than any other platform. I love that. I love simple tools that are good, that they don't try to be all things to all people. eWebinar is not trying to take over the live webinar world. That's important to me because all the other live webinar products out there are trying to take over the automated side of the business as well. They want to dominate a certain area. It makes sense. That's one thing I love about it because this product, eWebinar, is going to keep getting better and better and better at the automated space, whereas everybody else is just going to build features on top of their additional halfway done automated webinar offering. I would recommend eWebinar to really anybody that's trying to teach someone or convey a point that's longer than a text message. There are so many different industries that could benefit from this. If you are not using this and you're in mortgage, I have a massive upper hand because I am using it. Same thing with insurance, real estate, any type of education. If you're a company that is trying to build an educational platform internally for your staff to get trained up on a specific product or a new platform that you're using internally, you could do one quick video, stick it in an eWebinar, and then train your entire staff. So internal training at any company across anywhere in the world, really. Real estate, insurance, I don't even know. Like, you could just keep going and going and going. There's so many uses for this product. It's crazy.